Hello there everybody, Oimon here, and welcome back to Heaven's Vault. So, when we left off, things had gotten interesting. The story headed in a direction that I completely did not expect to happen. I mean, I don't know, maybe had a vague inkling at the back of my brain somewhere, but I never expected it to be so direct. Our robot 6 has, and I sort of guessed at this, but again, not so directly, apparently has the memories of the first Empress in his head. And now they're active, and we're basically dealing with her now rather than Six himself. Currently waiting out there for me to finish my conversation with Huang here. But yes, that was not expected, especially seeing as I don't think I had a choice in the matter. Because, you know, the woman, oh god, I forget her name, I've only met her once. She sort of suggested doing this thing to Six, and I was like, no, don't do that to Six. And he was like, no, do it. And he was just like, okay. And then she just did it. So I was like, you know, did we have a choice in that one? Probably not, all things considered. So yeah, we'll sort of have to see how this plays out, you know, whether this is a temporary thing or whether that was like a permanent choice that will affect the end of the game or not. I really don't know. It's yeah, it's interesting. Hey Jagoth. Hey Jagoth. Also, just a small warning, I don't know if I'm going to necessarily be doing a full 3 hours today. I've got a headache rumbling around up top. I've taken some aspirin and drunk a bunch of water. Hopefully that'll kick it in the butt. But it's been there for a couple of hours now and it hasn't gone away yet. It could be a weather thing. We've got some pretty wild weather running around at the moment. You know, so I don't know. So if I'm a little sluggish and if maybe I don't go for the full 3 hours, just bear with me. It's just one of those days. But that's neither here nor there. We are here now. And we are going to try to complete this. We can, however, of course, because I had to sort of stop really quickly because we kind of got caught in the middle of a conversation at 6 last time on Saturday when I was playing this. Was it Saturday? Yes, it was Saturday. So I kind of got caught. So we sort of ended a conversation where we were talking about something. I forget. Hang on, let me check. No, that's the map. No, it was the map. Timeline. Here we go. I can know them to refer to the site's existence. No, hang on. Learn a local worker knowledge. Come on, go. Why won't you move? Man wants me to come and see him. So is that all I did? Huh, interesting. What's my inscriptions looking at? All unsolved inscriptions, solvable inscriptions, and unsolved. So I've got some I can solve. That's nice. Nebula is our garden. I'm pretty sure I guessed that. So let's just mark all these off. Oh, it is now solvable, is it? Well, okay then. So we've got more words to be able to go in here. Welcome. So it's going to be and be welcome. Something. No, not that. Here. Ah. Here and welcome. We're both correct. I'm happy about that. So something here and be welcome. Rest. Rest here and be welcome. Makes that, whoops. Okay, ground, yes. Back off, please. Rest here and be welcome feels pretty good. It could be land, but I wouldn't have thought so. Alright, so we can go for that one. Live forever here. Yes, that's good. Another solvable one. Describe and be welcome and pray. Interesting. Described on the gate in Albereth. Know who you are. Found inscribed into the river chart. Sky God knows all. Interesting. On a yellowing map of the nebula. You will sail free. Will I now? Will I be free of this headache? Okay then, right, fine. So we've got that. That's really good. We've got some more. Ooh. So many places to find. We'll have to sort of wait and see on that one. Okay, so let's talk to Harang again. Let's show him. Let's just talk to him, shall we? Listen, Harang. I went to Reniki. Really believe in this library. Oh, that's right. Yeah, he thought he'd found a place with a library. I went to Renaki. I found that trader you mentioned. Oh, yes. Did he help? No. To put it blunt. No, to put it bluntly. I'm sorry if I sent you astray. I don't have your archaeologist's eye. That's fine. Don't really need to apologize. Let's show him something. I made a few finds recently. What have we got? Show me. I found this devotional icon. May I take a look? There's an inscription. I read it as, what gods do not know is not... No, that's not right. What I think you're correct about is not. Oh, good. Yay! Word solved. Because you see, the is that long curved line. But the X implies the negative. So it's is, but... so that would basically read as not is, or is not. I'm glad you agree. Now, I've seen something a bit like that, if I remember right, and it also had script. Yay! See, this is why coming back to see him every once in a while is actually important. I didn't realize the significance of this when I first started playing. But yeah, coming to see him gets you additional inscriptions that you can use for more translations to give you more words. Excuse me. This was marked onto a battered effigy of the armless god. It was found in an Elberethian market some years ago. Oh, it's the end of a phrase. This is the end of a longer line of text. Well, return sure as hell ain't gonna fit in there. You put deny. Do not deny something. Could add my translation for do not to my dictionary now. Cha-ching! But my translation for deny doesn't feel right anymore. Darn it. It's definitely a negative. Because it's got the X in it. X tends to imply negativity. So we could say, do not lose hope. Could be hope. Nebula. Do not lose sight. Let's try do not lose sight. Do not lose sight? Have any more like that? Let me see. Ooh, how about this? Oh, blimey, he actually had a second one. It's a sketch of a thin god model. It was found drifting in the wash near Elbereth. Ooh, middle of a phrase. This is broken off. We Lead now. Ooh. So that isn't the word for lead after all. Darn it. My translation now has to be wrong as well. Damn it. So something will... Oh, I guess that must be... Oh no, wait, it could also be today. I was going to say, I thought, oh really, there's only one left. And time, question mark, truth. Something will... open again. Doors will open again. Temple. Entrance. That's a goddess. Knowledge pilgrim. Maybe. Any more? That's the first time I've ever actually had a second one. Let me see. No, nothing comes to mind. That's fair. I'll take the devotional icon to the archives then. Okay. Good faith to you. I'll be back shortly. Okay. He's gonna wander off. There he goes. Wandering off to the archives, which are clearly under there. I would assume so anyway. And Knot 6 is still diligently waiting outside. So, yeah, the latest clue we got was about the library. I'd actually forgotten about that. Or maybe my addled brain had just not brought the memory to the surface. Yeah, so Harang wanted me to go find a library, but we had a few other places we could go to as well. I do kind of like that. Like, the game has always been pretty good. Like, unless some story-related thing is happening, it's been pretty good about having multiple locations to go and you can choose. That's always been very good, sort of enjoyable in that regard. I do sometimes wish it had a bit more linearity. Like, you know, I feel like a game like this would actually benefit more from proper structure. But that's just me. He just stands out there for a minute before coming back in. Wait, is he actually... I thought he was actually talking to Six. Or, what was the name? Something or other? What were we talking about? Another thing. Have you looked through the Mazwai I found? I have, and it's quite a find, I can tell. An early edition, possibly even one of the first. There's a lot of unusual material that's missing from the later editions. What are you going to say about Heaven's Vault? Does it have anything to say about Heaven's Vault? It does. Oh, it does. There's a whole section about the wreck of the vault washing up. Let me see. Washing up beyond the knot of the 3 rivers. Ooh. Washing up? Like a shipwreck? That's how the story goes. You know, it's just a story, don't you? That's probably why that section was removed. But this edition tells you where to find it. Where to find Heaven's Vault? That's all it says. The knot of the rivers. Thanks, Ryan. Let's see if we can give him one more artifact. Hey, got a few things for the curators. Oh, yes. Carved candle, etched sextant. You seen anything like this sextant? Let me see. There's an inscription. I read it as sail fast and free and never stop. Yeah, I'm sure you're right on fast. Woo! Go away, sirens. I don't need you in the background, thank you. Okay, we got fast at least. I'm glad you agree. Interesting. I've seen something similar, I think. It was also inscribed. Now, where was it? Ah, here it is. You know, I kind of like the slow pace of this game. It's quite nice. I mean, it's slower than normal because I've slowed down the text so I can read it. It was an unusual compass. It was found adrift 14 something or others. Ooh. This is the start of a fragment of text. Ooh. Those aren't the symbols for sight. Shame. Something at something and something. Look at stars and dream. That makes sense. Anything more? And no. Womp 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 womp. Archives will enjoy the sextant. Take it. Good faith to you. I'll be back shortly. And I'll be polite, and I shall wait. Because I want to try to be a nice person rather than a bit of a bitch, that sort of character they're trying to give her. She's not really a bad person, she's just a bit short with people. And it's a bit rude. But I get the feeling that's just sort of her. But I am going to change that. You know, it is kind of weird how this game has sort of changed the way I actually look at the language. Because the people who made this language clearly put a lot of work into it. Like, if you look at the actual characters and symbols that are used, you can kind of start to see similar themes showing up. Like how the tiny little X is definitely a meaning for not. Or at the very least, like a negative version of whatever word it is you think you're going for. So yeah, the tiny X tends to imply negativity of some kind. And there are other similar themes as well. There's like... I think I'm not sure which one it is, whether it's the 4 lines in a row or if it's the lines moving up towards the dot, that seems to imply something to do with... Show me your other finds. Yeah, I didn't think he'd take any more, but that's fine. But that seems to imply something to do with the nebula and like the winds and stuff. I'll let you know what I find. Although I need to find out a bit more first. Yeah, that's in relation to the library. Oh, yeah, just walk right through it, why not? Alaya, there you are. Did you learn anything of use from Huang? Perhaps. We'd better take a look. It's terrifying, you know? If you're an Empress, then who are all those other robots that I lost? I mean, 4 fell into a canyon. Might have been what? A poet? A great musician? Anything. Cease this jabbering. We'd heard that the 7th god has a temple out in the edges of the nebula. Is that temple Heaven's Vault? The Elbereth Patois is spoken ancient. The troll word for robots sounds like Patois. I suppose the control words are in ancient. I don't know why you're angry at that. Alright, let's go. I suppose no one knows this is just a copy. Doesn't seem good enough for Mighty Iox. Let's get off this rock. This way, rogue. Rogue. Enough new information to locate a previously unknown site. Woo! Excellent. We're off. I hope it's not doing outside what I think it's doing outside right now. Sorry, I just glanced out the window. Anyway. Oh look, she's got her hair back. Oh well, let's keep going. Time to move on. I will prepare the tackle. Alright, so Elbereth, the unknown ancient site, Age of Sail site, and Steel Empire site. So the ancient library, giant question mark. Heaven's Vault, I feel like that's actually been nicked out a little bit, so site of an unknown site. Having found a reference to the place in the Chronicles of Mazrai. Moon at the Knot of 3 Rivers. We've taken bearings to somewhere here. The open hatch in the old dock. Nikki believes this place where the necklace of shells and the curious altarpiece both came from. The other artifacts we found in this area is one of the oldest I've ever seen. I know just enough to find. Why do we need to go back to Elbereth? I live in Elbereth. Traded Happy might help me identify some of my finds. We refused to even roll tracks here. Could go there next. No. I want to go to the Age of Sail site because that's a nice small area to look at. So we'll see what we can find out. You know, the world map is a heck of a lot bigger than it actually looked to start off with. Alright, so because here's the thing, you can sort of tell the difference between, because the light stuff, sort of light blue, is what we already knew was there, and the sort of light green, the difference is very minor, but like you consider the size of this, it just feels too big. You know, I don't think the map needed to be as big as it actually is, you know? Sail for a bit. Do love the waters. Oh, and we're off. Okay, where are we right now? Whoa, I don't want to go over there. Okay, well that's about as far as we can get without having problems. You must hold my ship around with skill and vigor and speed. But Six has been cautious. She was reckless. Where Six had been uncertain, she was fierce. Woo! She treated it like a hacksaw, or a hunting dog, or a tiresome lover. Ew. We're in the rapids now. The thing about the rapids is I don't need to do anything. I wonder if the thing Tappy gave us was a compass. Alright, wait, whoa. Well, we ended up quite a bit off the beaten path, didn't we? Okay, so if we go left, then left. Okay, yeah. Alright, so we want to go, so that's presumably the exit, but we want to try to map off as much of this area as we can, just so we know where the hell we're going. I just realized there was a conversation going on there and I was not paying attention to it because I was trying to watch the map. Whoop. Careful now. Ease my way around. Yeah, we want to go left. It's right, even. Get the direction right would be a good start. A ruin. See, told you. I would guess it dates from the age of sail. Should only take a few moments. Recover the nebula chart. Just floating out there? Found some writing along the line of the flow. So, what does it say? I have no idea. Why would I know? Had scribes for that kind of thing. You know, I did wonder if that was going to come up. Because, like, the Empress would clearly be able to read Ancient, but apparently she can't, because she's an Empress. Which is really stupid, if you ask me, but whatever. Okay, that's not even in there. I believe you can be confident of your translation for stars now. Stars something and stars above and wind below. Makes sense. Stars above and wind below. Alright, follow it round. Okay, so we gotta go down to that one. We want to go left and then right. I don't miss the turning, I know what I'm doing. Yeah. Want to go left and then follow that up with a right. That should work. It should get us to where we need to go. No, wait, which way? Yeah, we want to go right. Nice. Another ruin. In the age of sail. Don't call me a cretin. Ooh, a decorative sword. Yay, the inscription! Ah. Phrase run together. Right. Hang on. No, that ain't right. Done something wrong. Yeah, I didn't think does would be in that. Okay, so hang on. No, this something. What about that? Show my translation for cannot is right. I had a feeling that was the case because I'm pretty sure that is like can, but add the X it makes cannot. This something cannot be. This story cannot be said. This sword cannot be lowered. This tail cannot be heard. So this tail cannot be heard. This... I mean, it's on a sword. So you'd think it would be about the sword, but that's not necessarily the case now, is it? I could see any number of versions of this. This sword cannot be lowered. Let's start with that for now. Like, you can't put the sword away. Alright, where am I going? We're on the right track. So we'll go around a few corners, we'll find it eventually. Let's go. This should lead us exactly where we need to go next. I think. Yeah, that looks good. There's something up ahead. I will activate the hopper. Age of Sail site.
A single rocky peak was topped by a gleaming ruin. And what a jewel it was. Like a half-cut gemstone.
This place is falling apart. We could have arrived too late. There's someone living here. I did see that. Did something fall off? No. I thought I saw... But no. It was nothing. Okay, suit yourself. What did you think you saw? I thought I saw... I must have been mistaken. A walled city. Hardly seems large enough. There's a gate up there. but no stairs. I'm not sure there ever were any. It is possible Wizard hoppered onto the structure itself. Symbols. Do you see him? Track traced into the plasterwork. Almost filled in with dust. Ooh. It's a long sentence. That's a lot of words. Okay. Did that go anywhere in here? Oh, welcome. Oh, be welcome. That could work. Snakes, serpents. Be welcome in serpents. Oh. It's a long one, but I'm confident it says serpents. Yay. Be welcome in serpents. Great people, place. City, I suppose. Serpent City. I wonder who is welcome. Since no one would approach this place from down here anyway. There. Albatrian rat. Did you see? Tell me that you saw. No, I didn't see. You really saw something? I am sure of it. Oh, hang on. I need to be following her, I think. You're not sure. Maybe you could open your precious eyes, human. I don't know why Mayari wanted me to take you with me. The professor cares about your safety. And she certainly doesn't care about yours. I can handle myself. Then she certainly doesn't care about yours. We can go around this way.
We slipped around the corner of the great building, clinging to the narrowest of paths.
The drop is precipitous. Then don't fall. There's a break in the wall. Too high for you? Indeed. But these places always have a way inside. Empress? Where are you going? Well, found anything? Nothing. Empress NK, where did you go?
There was no sign.
Finally abandoned me. Let's check over here. The gate is probably sealed at this point. There. No way to open this. Wait. Inky? You in there? Greetings, gutter rat. Please, stand still. I will activate the hopper eye I have discovered. Oh. You are intact?
And for a moment, the site seemed only quiet instead of empty. Like I might walk around a corner and find someone painting, or reading, or watching the sky. But, of course, there was no one here. And when the emptiness came back, it was double.
Drawings. Look at all these. Not ancient for once, but scribbles. Dancers, maybe? Crumpled blanket. Thrown off when someone woke and then left. But this room can't have ever been someone's home. Doesn't look much like a cell. There's more. Telling some kind of story, I suppose? Can't make it out. Whoever slept in here made a fire. They burned old chairs, boxes, floorboards. Surely it's not. No. I wonder if it's still warm, but of course it isn't. Someone camped in this room after this place was abandoned. Someone was sleeping here. Wonder where they went. Did they have a ship? What are those rings on the floor? I see them, but I can't seem to interact with them at all. But the paintings are strange. They suggest that someone was here for some time. Something written above the door. More words. This is the end of a line of text. Open. Oh, okay. I'm convinced my translation for open is correct now. Yay. Open sesame. So it could be home or place. So it's like home, but with the swirl from place put on it. I think the two waves in the line, that kind of represents like land or structure. I'm not sure what the lightning bolt thing looks like. But house seems like a good guess. Open house? How old would you say the stonework is? Almost 1,500 years, Elia. It's like it's been chewed. Did it fall away, brick by brick? Or did it all collapse at once? So ornate. So decorative. But it's stuck. Rubble on the inside, maybe? What was this place? Hard to be sure, Elia. Too large for a hermitage. Too beautiful for a barracks. Maybe it was a holiday retreat. I mean, these look almost like hotel guest rooms, don't they? Over 1,000 years old? So, how does that work? Too small to be a city. Despite what we've seen. What if it was just a large marketplace? Out here? Away from everywhere else? They're drawn in charcoal, I think. Should rub right off. Looks like a family? I wonder if these were drawn by a child. There's no decent river to this place. How do people get here? Something odd about this junk. Yeah, it's a fort. It reminds me of the things Aurora used to build in the orphanage. Forts and mattress beds. Yeah, there's a kid here. She'd hide under a cloth or something. Then jump out when one of the ladies went past with a tray. Ori hated the orphanage even more than me, I think. Yeah, there's a kid here. I'm thinking, like, some family came here. Mom, dad, kid. Maybe they were running from something. They stumbled across this place, decided to set up shop. And the parents are probably dead by now. And it's just the kid is living here and has grown up by itself. Looks of a child, most likely. That one looks like a robot. With a flat head. A statue? With no arms. The serpent. Okay, we'll stick on the ground floor for now. Because that's where we could have come in. Something was removed from here. The sundial from the Emperor's graveyard, perhaps? That is most plausible. Interesting. Got to be very meticulous, I've found. Do you think Tappy came here? Got the brass device from here? That seems unlikely, Elia. Do not believe Tappy likes to dirty his own hands. Fair. Alright. Another room. A book. Pages are rotten through. Still, it's not completely fallen to pieces. There's a written annotation along the spine. Ooh, big sentence. There's a few words in this one. No kidding! Okay. Entrance? Could be... open. Never... Something will act. Maybe not entrance. I feel like I don't have enough for this. feel like... No, I don't think this is gonna work. I don't think... I'm running out of things I can add. Eventually it's gonna give up on this. One would assume. Never hear... Oops. I'll act with... Let's just take all the words out and leave it blank. I don't think I've got enough words for this. Which is a bit of a shame. Nothing. I'll look at it again later. I think this comes from the same site as the ribbon of paper and the sextant we found earlier. Having another artifact should be helpful in pinning down where these were made. This just helped us work out where to look for the site of the ancient library of the Loop. Ooh, yay. Ooh. These are no better. So much moisture on this moon. Nothing paper could last. This place looks like Renaki. A thriving market. Works like it too. Stand selling goods. This one books. That one bread. People milling around along the colonnade, browsing, talking. The air thick with shouts and haggling. Ooh. And how did you get here? Did you hop? It's a shoe. Is there a wellspring here? There must be. There's plenty of air. There's an inscription. Oh, we'll do this and then we'll take a break. One end of a fractured fragment of text. Okay. All is something. All is blank in. All is fair. If this is indeed a market, all is fair in trade. Goodness affairs, market god, perhaps. So why would the serpent god be the market god? A mural. Some kind of symbol? But I know that shape well enough. Obviously it's the eagle and sun, Elia. So this is an Empire period site. I'm sure it's older. I believe it is much older, Elia. Maybe the eagle and sun symbol predates the Empire. Don't tell the Emperors that the eagle isn't theirs. Everything is ours, including the past. The symbol is not evidence for the loop, NK. It's evidence for history. But history could be the loop. We don't know if the loop is real or not. Anyway, yeah, I just remembered I was going to go for a ad break. So we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Hopefully we can keep going for another 2 hours. We'll see what happens. The headache is still there. It hasn't got any worse, but it hasn't got any better either. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So yeah, back in a couple of minutes, guys. And we're back. Alright, let's see where we left off. Oh, remark. Little openings then. They're shop fronts? This one's wider than the others. Ah, it goes into the central.
At the building's heart was a domed chamber. Every footstep rang like a bell. And the room was large, like it was larger than the walls that held it. Like a whole other moon was contained inside this room.
Ooh. This has got to be a temple space. You can feel it. The hush, the quiet. This place must have once held hundreds. Looks more like an amphitheater to me. I cannot feel anything. But I do observe a room with a large capacity and meticulous acoustics. An excellent location for singing. Good Faye! Good Faye! Listen to the echo. This room was built for that. I'd say it's more like an amphitheater. What is that? I'd say it's more like an amphitheater than anything else, but that's just me. Amphitheater the right word? Where did they find the device? The one at the site of the Withering Palace. It's found on a deeply forested moon, far out in the turbulent waters. Would you be pleased or horrified if I told you how many died locating it? I'm an archaeologist. I just want to know the truth. Truth? The truth is whatever the powerful choose it to be. No more, no less. Some kind of chest? Beautifully made. There's a sword in here. Very light. Bless the wind, it's made of wood. Yeah, this is the theater. And there's an inscription down the middle of the blade. Why else would you have a wooden sword? This one is a broken fragment from an even longer phrase. What we got this time? Temple. Never. No, it's not never. No, never. Here. No, it's not death, is it? Time. No, that ain't right. Done something wrong. Which one? Not temple, huh? Oops, Stop bouncing around all over the place. Time and death are probably accurate. Never? Maybe not never. Here. That can't be right. Oh, hang on, what? Modulation here can't be correct. Ah, that would explain it. Beyond, past, before death? Before death. One. Oh, wait. One? Oh, that actually makes a lot of sense. That thing would just be one, singular. What? No, one last time before death. That actually makes a lot of sense on that. Oh. It's a little like the statue outside, but a different goddess. Gods always seem to have one eye. Stairs? No. Seating. I've not seen this arrangement in a temple before. Temple seating is usually more clearly hierarchical, to allow important people to sit closer to their gods. It's clearly a theater! It's not a workshop or an observatory. Oh shit. Damn it, I dropped my controller. Ugh. Wonder if perhaps Tappy's object is merely a decorative trinket after all. Perhaps it was merely for sale here. I got it, I'm okay. Accidents happen, people. Goddess, but you're made of wood. Same as the sword? Just painted to look like stone. What am I missing here? It was clearly a rich site. But the wooden props? All these cheap fakes. Curtains. No. A doorway. I suppose the priest would materialize from here? Look, not everything is automatically ritual, you know? I've watched enough Time Team to know that. Let's see where this goes.
The far side was open to the wind and the dark.
An axe. Somebody was working their way through the trees for firewood. Okay, we're gonna run into whoever the hell is on this moon soon, I get the feeling. A sculpture. Made of sticks, shoes, a coffee pot. Something like... Oof. Really? I was never any good at dancing. that corner had gone down too, had it? I didn't realize that. Wait, why have we got the zoomed out look? The entire mountain is tumbling away. Reminds me of what happened before. Does it now? Use all your robots like that? Oh no, wait, one drowned, didn't it? One fell off a cliff, one fell in the water. Fresh fruit? Neatly stocked from somewhere. So this is where the half we found came from. But if this is fresh, someone must be living here. Perhaps these grew on the trees? But there aren't many trees and this is a lot of fruit. There's no one here. At least there's no one around in this particular place. I feel like I'm missing something. Around there that she's willing to make a comment on, apparently. I should get back to Empress Aniki before the robot disappears on me again. El Berethium. I have been here. Before? Indeed, Elia. I know this place. In fact, I have been here many times. As a girl, I think. Really? Go on. Every time I was here, this place was somewhere different. This seems to keep happening to me. You're a robot, Enki. Either you know something or you don't. I agree. In theory. And yet, I remember a king. A king with an iolite crown. His judgments were fair. He was much loved. But his daughters schemed against him. Each daughter thought he loved another more. Resentment festered, till each killed him in a different way. Slow poison, a knife in the back. But the youngest daughter's method was the cruelest. She hoppered her father into a crack in the palace stonework. She became queen, but she never found any pleasure in it. She was plagued by her father's voice. Inside the walls, berating her for her flaws. It makes no sense, Elia. How could I have seen all that? Is there anything else? Yes. I remember a woman shipwrecked. She lay here on this floor, dressed only in rags. She carved her name into boards torn from her ship, which would never sail again. She tossed them into the rivers, hoping to be rescued. Huh. So these are the plays that you listen to, aren't they? That's enough, NK. This is like listening to a grandmother on Harvest Day. They're dreams. Do you dream, NK? I don't believe so. But how would I know for sure? Do you even sleep? Not since I was activated, Elia. But before then, I suppose I was asleep for a long, long time. Let me show you the sword I found. Interesting. The wood is not from here, perhaps unsurprisingly. And it is old. Is it really so hard for them to make the connection that this is clearly a theater? Oh. What have we got here? This is a curved wooden chunk from a boat's rudder. Looks like something from ancient times? You can still see the scoring of the water on the wood. Incredible to think of our ancestors sailing the waterways, exploring the nebula. Braver than us. The maker didn't include an inscription on it. I guess that this comes from the same place as the necklace. The one we discovered on the hideout moon. We got a lot of information on the unknown, extremely ancient site now. This will make its location easier to find. Shall we go then? Let's get— no, let's not get off this moon. I don't want to— what was that? That was no ghost. I heard footsteps. That thing sure as hell didn't move on its own. No. Evidently it's made of wood. Good faith to you. We mean you no harm. There's someone here. Whoever's been here is still here. Oh, hello. You won't eat me, ghost. Carol's teeth. Wait, come back. How long's he been here? Stay back, ghost. I'm the Dread River pilot, Amar. Amir. So hand over your robot, or I'll run you through. Aren't you kind of too young to be a pirate? Yeah, well, you're too tall to be a ghost. But we'll see if you won't bleed all the same. Take this. Ooh, you little rodent. Put that thing away before you blind me or something. I know all your tricks, ghost. You'd say anything to get your meal. This is for you. Stop doing that! Literally, stop doing that! An excellent thwacking, boy. Alright. Very well then. If it's a fight you want. Oh, really? I knew it. Maybe. But ghost or not, you won't hit me like that. Oh, I actually gotta do things here. Or is this just cutscene where I disarm him? Fake right, strike forward. You're too slow, ghost. Damn it, I'm rubbish at this. You're no good at this. You're right, I'm not very good at this. Well, aren't you supposed to disappear now? You're very brave, kid. But you don't need to be afraid of me. What about the other one? The other one looks more like a ghost. And it talks like a ghost too. What's your name? Amir. I told you. You're not a very smart ghost, are you? What's yours? Alaya. Are you from Elbereth? I am. No point in being, lying to him. I was on Elbereth. There was a story, you see. A story about a cursed word. How did you get here? We're very far away from Elbereth. I died. I spoke the word and I died. When did you say the word? I spoke it by the Catkiss Gate and there was... Oh, I had a feeling that was going to be the case. NK, is that possible? The gate is a hopper, Elberethian. But this boy travelled a lot further than one would expect from a hopper. It just took me, and I found myself here, alone. I haven't seen another person for so long. I hope you're real. We'll get you home. Gazer Hopper, how long have you been here? Years and years. I lost count. I was a baby when I came here. How did you learn the word? Oh, lots of people say they know it. I saw it written. Where are we? Follow me. Nope, can't leave my blade behind. Never know when you might need it. The word you spoke. It must have told the Gates Hopper to send you to this place. So this place was directly connected to Elbereth. And still is. A long distance hopper? Is that possible? I was kind of hoping you'd know the answer to that. Okay, let's go, you two. I'd like to activate the hopper now, Elia. Not quite. I'm not done with my explorations just yet. What's this? I really hope it's not a snake. What's this, not a snake? Of course it isn't. And how do you eat? One of the rooms has food in it. Eat that. Yeah, he's clearly not been here for years. How does the fruit stay fresh? I don't know. I think someone brings it, but I never saw them. You mean somebody's keeping you here? I don't know. I don't think so. Is there anyone else here? No. Or if there is, I didn't see them. Does make me wonder if, like, maybe... Oh, we don't want to go through there yet. I found your fireplace. I didn't realize it was fresh. I don't make fires very often. How do you light a fire? On one of the upper floors, there's a wire in the wall. It sparks. You can catch the spark on a scrap of cloth and a bit of wood. But then you have to get it down again to where the wood is to burn. Stay here a sec. Fabulous advice. Ooh, marks in the woodwork. More symbols. Sell before you something. This one has a lot of symbols. I'm sure it translates as sell. And before must be right too. Yay! Sell before you buy? Can that be buy before you sell? Sell before you weep? Work? Could be work. Sell before you defend. Sell before you... See, sell before you buy does sort of make sense, but I don't know. Okay. Ugh. Sell before you work. We'll put buy in there, but I'll leave the big question mark next to that. Sell before you buy. Try the door. Lock it. Why is it locked? It's a scratched metal lamp carved with the outline of a ship. I think it dates from the early stages of the nebula. The glass has been carved with glyphs. Ooh. Here. I will never leave here? Well, never is correct. That's a nice one. Woo. I will never replace, intended, deceive. I guess I will never leave here. Makes a certain kind of sense. This comes from the same place as the rubber chunk I found here before. We've got a lot of leads on the unknown, extremely ancient site now. This should make it easier to find. I wonder. We've got a few more solvable inscriptions, that's good. Woo! Wait, is it solvable? Well, okay then. Last will Gotta keep adding stuff until it starts correcting me. It says it's solvable, but I don't see how it is. Unless that's goddess, but I don't think so. No, okay, so it's crossed out act. That's not correct. See, I can imagine last will. Assuming, of course, that's even the word for last, which I'm not 100% sure about. That's either entrance or it's something else. Goddess and. Was certainly not going to be right, but maybe it'll. Nope, the word with is not in there either. Could be... Oops. Nope. Not for you. And... Ah! Hey, last was correct. Entrance was not correct. Last will... something... Last will something and... something. Last will... Last will find... Well, it's worth a try, I suppose. Sail fast and free and never stop. Yay! Confirmed. What gods do not know is not. Confirmed. Sky gods. Sky god. God's serpent's eye. Yes. Many sky. God, open your way. You're so pessimistic, you know that? No, I want to go check upstairs. Do you know a man called Tappy? From Elbereth? No. Definitely not. The way you said that makes me think you do know him. I don't. Absolutely, definitely no. Yeah, you need to work on your lying, kid. Speech failed. Alright, let's climb the rope. It's about the only place left for me to check. A rope. Leading up to the next floor of this place. There might have been stairs here once. That's how I get up there. There's nothing up there, though. I work for the university on Iox. I've never been to Iox. That's nice. You want me to take you? No. I don't know who you are. I just want to go home. That's fair. Feels pretty firm. How did you tie it up there? It's been about a day throwing it. Iox isn't that special. Gonna climb it? It's a place made by people. Are they all robots on Iox? It's a long way down. I know. So can I climb this or can I not climb this? I like to pee off here. Takes forever to splash. You know, worry about falling? I think about it sometimes. Damn it, why can't we climb the rope? So, you're a robot. That is my physical form. But I'm also your superior. Oh. Alright. This gate clearly never opened. No hinges, no lock. Okay, we can go now. How do I get you to take me out of here? Maybe if I wander around long enough, they'll like twig that I want to get the heck out. Activate the hopper, NK. Hello, yeah. Wait, what are you doing? I thought you had a ship. We do. We have to use the hopper to reach it. Hoppers? Hoppers leave your soul behind. Look at me. Do I look like I've lost my soul? I don't know. No, I guess not. Hoppers are perfectly safe. The ancients used them. That's why the ancients are all gone. There's literally no other way off this moon. Please, I can't leave you here. If you say it's safe, I'll believe you. I didn't mean to say the word. I didn't know. Hold still, please. So we left the surface of the domed market moon, where Amir had been stranded. I am very surprised that she didn't twig to the fact it was clearly a theatre. Especially with the toys and the props and everything. But maybe that's the point. Like, the past is such a mystery, just because something seems obvious doesn't necessarily mean it's fully understood. Well, this is my ship. How are you feeling? The same. I don't feel any different. But if I have lost my soul, how would I know how I used to feel? No one can take your soul, Amir. It's yours. What's all that out there, anyway? The nebula. Well, a bit of it anyway. I think I should get a boat of my own. Pirates should have a boat. So, where would you like me to take you? Elbereth, I suppose? It's home. There are people waiting for you there? No. Well, yes. Maybe. I don't know. Well, you must have parents. Lots of them. None in particular. What do you think? I think I should get a boat of my own. Okay, fair enough. That was going back to the previous conversation. Pirates should have a boat. You're lucky I found you, you know. I suppose so. Can keep you with me. Back to Elbereth. You see, this is the thing, because like it sounds like he almost doesn't want to go back to Elbereth, but I don't know. I think he's probably going to be better off there. We'll head back to Elbereth immediately. He's been away too long. Come on, flight deck is up the ladder. Follow swirling shape of rivers like an ancient glyph. We don't quite have that yet. Okay, let's do this little side quest. I like your hair, robot. Silence, miserable child. She's such a bitch. Play nicely now, children. Don't you tone a liar, or I will vent the air. Alright, so we got... Is she always this mean? Seems to be. You two me humans would never understand. Stop pointing me off in that direction, really. Alright. Well, we got Amir back at least. Don't know if this is necessarily the best option for him, but left us all behind on the ship. Don't want the gate to bar us again. That's the gate. I won't go there. Killed me once already. I won't go near it. It's just a hopper. It won't hurt you. It will. I said the word. It knows me. Wants to eat me. What is this word? We'll go through together. You can hold my hand. No. Alright. We'll try something else. Although what, I don't know. Maybe we'll go to Timor's instead? Come on, down this way.
Laughter, shouting, crying, all at once. The sound of 1,000 people packed up like a box of oranges.
Hey, back to the bar. And we're off. Let's see what Timor makes of you. Ah, Elia. And this is... Hey now. Boy, I've seen you before, haven't I? Yes. You know Timor, Amir? Is it Timor or Timor? It's been... what? Nearly a year? I don't know... Kir'Shreth? Wait. What's a Kisreth? He is. He's the one. He's the one who sent me to the gate. What happened to you, boy? Where did you go? You wanted me to slip aboard a ship bound for Iox. But there was a robot. It carried me off again. It took me to the Cat-Kiss gate, and then it said something to the gate. That's not the story you told before. Don't remember what happened after that. But I died. Alright. You can tell me the details later. You didn't mention anything about a robot, Amir. There were no people on board at all. Only robots. How many robots? Peace now. Doesn't matter anymore. I won't send you again. There's a bucket in the other room. There might be some clothes. Go and tidy yourself up. Yes, Kisra. Good faith to you, lady. Good faith. But you, Timor, are going to explain a few things. I want to know why Amir was boarding ships. You already don't know, Elia? Wasn't obvious to you as a child working here? It isn't apparent now. I worked here, in the bar. I never went near any ships. You worked here. I never sent you onto a ship. You were too honest, too stubborn, even then. Elia, a lot of people have worked for me. Grow up, some go rotten, others go their own way. But you slipped away when I had a place for you right here. What kind of place? Someone that's to look after all this when I'm gone? Someone who deserves it. Someone I could trust. Brains and a heart. I wanted it to be you. Thought you thought I was a cleaner. I thought you thought I was a cleaner. Not for a single second. Elbereth relies on me, Elia. They call me Kisrith, King of Thieves. Did you know that? But that's not the right name. It should be Yah-in-Katenya, he who protects. Protector of what exactly? Of Elbereth. There isn't enough food here, Elia. And there never has been. It's a simple fact. Without me, without my children, hungry people would have set the slums on fire and tried to eat the ashes. I didn't realize. That's why you should be running all this. No one else could grow up here and not realize what this place was. But you always see hope. Even when there is none. I'll come back to Elbereth one day. Not yet, but one day. Will you? We won't simply wait. The boy will be safe with me. I promise you that. Don't be a stranger. So it's a basic smuggling operation to get enough food into this part of the nebula. Huh. Interesting. And that's how we ended up. We never did find out what the word was. Anyway, that conversation ended up taking me a little past 5 o'clock. But we shall stop here for a quick break. And I will nip to the bathroom. So back in a minute, guys. And I am back. Alright. Now, let's see. If memory serves, when I checked Elbereth, it did mention that I should go see Uriah again, or also the thief guy. We know the robot Ameo spoke with a word to the gate. Set Boyaki Refar. Elbereth? Elbereth? Is that the right word? I forget which word it was. It's working again. So apparently it doesn't like you going through there with weapons. That's interesting. Right. Well, we ain't got the robot with us anymore. Where he goes, I suppose. I suppose we'll pop in and see Tappy, the thief.
Cabinets glinting with gold and polished glass.
Why, you don't visit me nearly enough. I'd forgotten the color of your eyes. I could never forget your silver tongue, Tappy. How's life on Iox, anyway? As sterile as ever? That's a good word for it. You've always been too untidy for that place, and too proper for this one. I've picked up a few items you might be interested in. Oh yes. Scratch lamp. Let's show him that then. It's a scratched ancient metal lamp carved with the outline of a ship. See if he's interested in that. Nothing wonderful about it. In a decent condition too. I project jewelry and crystals and unusual things. Not waste. Not a chump. Something else. Something else. Never mind. As you will. Got anything to say in general? So, Tappy. Found the source of your brass artifact. Did you now? See? I knew you were good. So don't hold back now. Spill what you saw. It was an interesting sight. An ancient market, but ruined. A market? Tell me, was there more like the brass device? Was there treasure beyond my wildest dreams? No. No, just a lot of rubble and ruin. Ah, you shatter my dreams. Still, there are plenty more moons in the sky. That's true. Later. Don't forget me now. Alright, then we'll check in with, what's her name? I forget. Oroy. Oroy. That is Oroy, isn't it? Oroy. I'm rubbish at pronunciations. I probably mentioned that before. Oh, my head. Headache's still rumbling around up there. I think it's probably just the weather related. It's gotten very cold recently. They have been threatening sort of snow in the general area. So that's entirely possible what's causing my head to be a little flaky at the moment. Alaya, I thought it was you. By the way, the bit of crystal you gave me, I can see why you gave it to me. Where did you find it? It was dug up from a crashed ship on a moon near here. So it's old? That explains a few things. You see, the crystal, it has a certain kind of charge to it. It's running out, but it's not gone yet. What kind of charge? I have no idea. But it's something to do with gravity. There's less gravity in the crystal than there should be. It's like picking up a block of ice. Is that possible? I've been levitating salt crystals using it all morning. I don't know if it's possible, but it works. Huh. I'll take care of this now. If you find any more, you know where I am. You told me there was a thing I could put in my arm to open the Elbereth gate. What was that about? Or a pesky foil? Nothing much, just enough for the gate to recognize you. The robots still won't land on Elbereth. Have you learned anything from her? She's responsible for the fall of Iox. Although she does not a lot about what she doesn't like. I think she was responsible for the fall of Iox. You're kidding. You're not joking, are you? Alaya, have you finally met someone worse than you for causing disasters? So how are things here? Slow enough. But it's not getting any worse. Enjoy your robots, Alaya. I have no idea what these things do. Rory's always playing around with magnets and wires and things. Alright then. Back to the ship, I guess. Good faith to you. Good faith. For some reason, there's no word for going down. Probably a security thing, if I had to take a guess. Back to the Nightingale it is then. I'm sure we've got plenty of other places to go to now. Yay. Okay, let's do this. Where else have we got to go? Let's take to the river. I will ready the sheets. I'm glad you still know what the hell you're doing. Okay, so we've got the site of the ancient library. We can go back to Iox. Why can we go back to Iox? Recent books and finds to Herwan. Yeah, that's true. Go there next. We've got a Steel Empire site. But this unknown ancient site for some reason. We're still trying to find the Heaven's Vault, which is a huge area over there. Site of the Ancient Library is interesting. I think I'm going to go to the Steel Empire site next. Just because it's another nice little miscellaneous place. Could be something fun to explore down there. Who knows? Take the tiller. Yeah, so the shortcut thing only really works. Yeah, it only really works when you're in it down a route you've been before, or something like that, you know? Otherwise, it gives you direct control for new areas, which I suppose is fair. Moon of Sculptors. I don't even know what to expect. I would expect a quarry. Or something vaguely similar. Right. And again, cutting... Stop dropping me off there, I don't care. So yeah, we're gonna have to go that way. Wait, did you take me past an unexplored ruin? Git. Alright. I see it. You know, if those crystals can make things float, that explains why the gravity was so low in the middle of that sort of dish we found. Ooh, a serpent carved of gold. So the crystals are like an anti-gravity field. Interesting. But why? Snake God something. I believe we are correct with snake. Snake God. Proximate. Separate. Separate. Proximate. Snake God proximate work? Who knows? I'll try again later. Say this was made on the place we're looking for. It must be near. So we want to go right then. Alright. Huh. There's a bunch of unexplored ruins back there. So likely this one, this one, this one, this one, this one are all ruins that you have to find when trying to narrow down to this one. But because I found so much stuff, it was literally narrowed down to this tiny, weeny little place. That's a nice. That is a nice touch. The fact that you can narrow down the location of something. Just by. So we want to go left. And yeah, left then right. Okay. I got it. Alright, so we go that way, we take a right. Yes. All right. Let's see what this place is.
Sometimes when you find a place, you find it overflowing with humanity, with life, with joy, with family, with struggle. Flames that burn so brightly they can still be seen as dancing shadows, hundreds, thousands of years later. And then other places are not like that.
What a hole. You're not gonna find anything here. Perhaps something happened. Don't be absurd. Soil here is rock dust. The air is no more than backwash. Nothing has ever grown here. An overturned cart. It's just like the one on the dig site where the boat was buried. Yay, inscription! Oh god, I'm so tired. Oh, that's short. Oh, I haven't seen that V symbol before. I've seen it upside down, but these symbols look new to me. Alaya. The cart is upside down. Right. Of course. I was gonna say, it looks like an upside down. Yeah, okay. Rock and something. Stone, probably. And my translation for rock to my dictionary. Rock and earth. That was a nice touch with, oh look, it's upside down. Oh yeah, and then it just literally flips over like that. That was a good touch. There's something here. A piece from a river map. Looks like it dates from ancient times. Doesn't have any writing around the surface of the moon. Yeah, I thought you could say source is the scratch lamp and the rudder chunk we found earlier. This will make the site easier to locate. A metal rail. It's a track. Were they quarrying? Mining? Or just carrying away the spare rock from the carvings? An opening leading down. And of course you intend to go in. What is this place? It's a mine! God, mine. It will be dark down there, Alaya. Try not to trip over your own feet.
The wind died as we entered the tunnel.
Opens up ahead.
The air was ice cold and smelled of rust. Then we came out into a wide open space.
I was not expecting this.
Through all the murky dark, I could make out shapes, clinging like spiders to the rock.
Whoa. You know, when this game is good, it's very good. I do not like it here. Really? Let's stay a while then. Alaya, the chasm in the rock appears extremely deep. Don't trip. I haven't seen construction like this before. Maybe another docking crater moon? This site is older than the Empire. Older than Iox, at least. How can you tell? The materials and joinery appear complex, metal interlaced with stone and clay. Significant engineering skills must have been lost. When new knowledge had been lost, I mean, look at you. But I do wonder where it all went. Crates. We could open these up. Might tell us what this place was for. But they're nailed shut. I wonder how many people it took to carve one statue. One artist working alone for years? Or an army of workers? There must have been a way across once. There are buildings over there. Storerooms? Barracks? It's hard to imagine how this was all built. The place must have been quite an operation in its time. All this just for statues. We're missing something. Either way, there must have been people working here for long stretches of time. But why would anyone live here? This place is terrible. Just to work? How did anyone live here? There's just nothing. No water, nothing. Three symbols. Something something is fair. Wow, it's already filled out part of it. I've got one of these words in my notebook, but I'll have to take a stab at what's left. Tear, honesty, and law. Strong hand is fair? That'll do for now. This place was used by sculptors. I was expecting an artist commune, not whatever this is. A control room. Control panels. Positioned with a view out over the walkways. We've seen this design before. These are designed for robots. Any inscriptions? None. Would have expected something. No doubt whoever used the panel knew what it was. Any chance there are still some robots here? We could ask them what they were doing. There is every chance, Alaya. I was buried on Iox for some considerable time, not impair my functionality. This one's been broken open. The wiring's been ripped out. Why would someone do that? To make it work? Or to stop it from working? I think we should try turning it on? See if it still works, perhaps? Well, alright. Let me see. Yes, I comprehend. Ooh. Control requires me to stay in proximity to it, Alaya. Otherwise, it will reset. Huh. Why? Why would a robot need to guard a bridge control like that? It is not tiring, thankfully. Well, okay, you stay there. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I love it when I can predict what someone's gonna say. It's exactly like the turret we saw before on the docking crater moon. Must be from a similar period. Ooh. There's an inscription. It's just above the dust. It's upside down. I know. I like that. Self-aware. Okay, find God of something. No, that's not right. No, it's find God in, isn't it? In find God. Wait, you're not correcting find? That's weird. Usually you do that. Find God in work. I think that's right. I thought this place made sculptures. Doesn't seem right. Here's something. What do we got? This is a brass incense burner. It estimates it dates from ancient times. And here's an inscription on the base. I think Alaya's got a lot of fanciful notions about what the old world was like, and maybe I'm just like a big cynic, but I don't think she's right about this. Nope, that ain't right. Not this, huh? See all aye. No, that's obviously not right. I see. Ah. Certain my translation for C is correct. Excellent. Now I see everything, because it's a lamp. Most likely this comes from the same site as the piece of paper I found here before. This should make the unknown, extremely ancient site easier to find. Ramps. You noticed? Of course I noticed. Ramps mean robots. This place was colonized then. Where are the buildings? People need places to live. Markets, bathhouses. Something very wrong about this place. Unless, of course, again, it was manned entirely by robots. Could still change my mind, but your work makes rivers flow. Why is she not, like, confirming anything? Maybe it's because these are things I've seen before, perhaps? Almost closed, but stuck on something. A fragment of a water-bearer goddess statue fashioned from crystal, dating from the earliest days of the nebula. And there's an inscribed message for her arm. This one is a fractured fragment from a longer phrase. That can't be right. That doesn't feel right. No. It's not acts. I could say gods above. Nope. Hang on. Not right either, huh? Not homes. Okay. Gods above. Hang on. Maybe that? And then maybe that? Nope, that's not right either. Not one either. I got it. I think above must be right. Yay. We something with gods above. We belong with gods above. Maybe the ancients believed the gods sailed the rivers? Or perhaps people say the rivers and the gods lived somewhere else above that. Rivers over rivers. I guess this comes from the same side as the incense burner and the piece of paper. This will make the unknown, extremely ancient site easier to locate. Alright.
Once, I'd found a hangar underground on Elbereth.
Hope these things were soundly built. NK. I hear you, Oberethian. Hang on a second. Scaffolding. This was a place for carving sculptures. Perhaps the statues were set into the frames while their sculptors worked on them. You can let go now. Ah, no, that didn't quite work out. Why did the... Oh. I still can't reach you. The iron cart has moved. But there is a gap I cannot jump. Perfect. Just don't look down, Aloy. This isn't Elbereth. There's no tent canvas to catch you down there. The rails continue up there, but there's no way I can jump that gap. The broken panel we found in the turret must have controlled the second walkway. I wonder why it was destroyed. Elberethian, come back. Okay.
A narrow shelf of rock jutting from the chasm wall. Grey buildings watched me with empty eyes.
No, don't want to go back yet. I want to keep exploring, but I was going to go back and check that she was okay. But apparently she's fine. Okay, hang on. If we're going to do this, let's do this properly. Spread symbols. Ooh. More writing. Broken piece from an even longer phrase. Yay. There's hope. We've got we. We've got lose. We something lose hope. Hey, lose is correct. And so is hope. Yay. So that's probably never. Must not. Shall not. Well, it's either going to be shall not or must not. But I don't know if the thing without the X means must or shall. Probably must. It is a guess. It's one or the other. These panels seem different. They've been sliced open. Like someone wanted to get at the wiring. Let's see. If I get my hand in under here. Got it. If I twist here... That's gonna hold. Let's see, what does this do? That should hold. You! I feel stuck. Maybe not. Right, disconnect this. Alright, so we need her to activate that when I'm on there. Disconnect this wiring. I will be with you shortly. See, we worked it out. Please do not go off exploring again. But I like exploring. You made it across. The walkways are most stable, Alaya. Impressively engineered. I still believe we should hop her back, however. Later. The broken panel we saw, Alaya. Maybe it was broken to keep something in. You think there's a monster down here? There are no monsters here, or anywhere else. I await your alternative explanation, Alaya. Cloth. Beds? Must have been whole families down here. I hate this place, Enki. Time to depart? Soon, not yet. There's one thing I've learned: you never leave until you are ready. Don't let the robot force you. Crack in the stone, huh? Well, we will have to wait and explore the rest of this later. It's literally just gone 6 o'clock, and we are out of time for today. So, things are moving forward. I'm exploring more sites, slowly putting the pieces together. I feel like I've got an awful lot of basic information, but nothing that pertains to the larger plot. Like, a lot of this feels like just world building, scene setting, which I suppose is the point. You know, when you're looking for something in terms of archaeology, it's not necessarily, you know, pertains to any kind of story. It just is, and that's nice. And I'm definitely getting this theory that things in the past weren't as bright and rosy as Alaya seems to think they were, which, I don't know, that's kind of par for the course, really. Thank you all for watching, everybody. I do hope you have enjoyed this, and I will see you all whenever I next see ya. Take care out there, everybody. Bye bye.